You know, if you're waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, I'm willing to bet you've told yourself the exact same thing everyone does. Ah, it's just my age. It's normal. But what if it's not? What if it's just a habit you could change, starting tonight? Yeah, waking up once, it seems harmless, right? You might not even think twice about it. It just feels like a normal part of life, something you just expect to happen. But then that one trip turns into two, then three, maybe even four times a night, and suddenly it's not a minor inconvenience anymore. It's something that completely shatters your rest, leaving you feeling just drained by morning. But here's where we need to completely shift our thinking. That pattern, it's not your body failing you, it's a message. Your body is trying to tell you that something is out of balance, and it's probably not what you think it is. So, to figure out what that message is, let's look at a story that, well, it might sound really familiar. I want you to meet Michael. So, Michael's 72, and his nights were this frustrating, predictable loop. He'd go to sleep, and then, like clockwork, he was up at midnight, then again at 2 a.m., and sometimes again at 4 a.m. He was in bed for plenty of hours, but he was exhausted every single day. And just like so many of us, he just accepted it. This is just what happens when you get older, he thought. And there's actually a name for what Michael was going through. It's called fragmented sleep. The idea is really simple, but so powerful. You can be in bed for 8, even 9 hours, but if that time is constantly being broken up, your body never gets to sink into that deep, restorative sleep it needs. You're getting the quantity of sleep, but you're missing out on all the quality. So, what was really going on with Michael's sleep? This is where it gets interesting, because the answer is way simpler than you might think. You know, when this happens, our minds immediately jump to the usual suspects, right? We blame getting older, we blame prostate issues, we blame a weak bladder. And look, sometimes those things can absolutely play a role, but for so many people, they're not the real reason this is happening. So let's just pause for a second and ask a different question. What if the root cause isn't some big medical condition that needs a pill or a procedure? What if it's just a habit, a simple, everyday habit that's working against you? And here it is, the hidden cause, the one that almost nobody thinks about, is timing. It's not just what you drink in the evening, it's when you drink it. See, your kidneys are working around the clock, but if you flood them with fluids right before you go to sleep, you're basically guaranteeing they're going to wake you up to do their job. And it turns out, Michael was making 3 super common mistakes every single evening, totally sabotaging his own sleep without even realizing it. First up, his nightly cup of herbal tea. He thought, it's natural, it's relaxing, what's the harm? But here's the thing. Many of those common herbs, even chamomile, peppermint, hibiscus, they're natural diuretics. That's just a fancy way of saying they encourage your kidneys to produce more urine, setting you up for a middle-of-the-night wake-up call. Mistake number 2. Oh, this one is so common. I bet a lot of us are guilty of this. Michael would be busy all day, he'd forget to drink enough water, and then he'd try to play catch-up by chugging a couple big glasses in the evening. This just floods your kidneys right when they're supposed to be winding down for the night, forcing them to work overtime. And the third mistake, this one might really surprise you. It was his healthy fruit snack. I mean, a bowl of grapes sounds like a great choice, right? But the natural sugar in fruit, called fructose, actually keeps your body's metabolism humming along, and here's the key part, it can make you feel thirsty. So you drink more water, and the whole cycle starts all over again. Okay, so we've seen the mistakes. Now for the good part, the solution. And it's an incredibly simple 3-ingredient mixture that's all about bringing your body back into balance before you even get into bed. Okay, here's what you do. You start with just half a glass of warm water. Add a little pinch of cinnamon, and stir in 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. But listen, the timing here is everything. You drink this slowly, 2 hours before you plan to go to sleep. And then, and this is the most important rule, you have absolutely no other fluids after that. Not a sip of water, nothing. So what's the magic here? Well, it's not magic. It's just smart. The cinnamon helps keep your blood sugar stable, which quiets down those late-night thirst signals. The apple cider vinegar gives your kidneys a little nudge, helping them finish up their main job earlier in the evening. And using warm water, that just makes sure it's all absorbed gently without shocking your system. Now, the results of this little routine can be absolutely incredible, just like they were for Michael. But before we get to his success story, we have to talk about a very important warning. So Michael was a little skeptical. but he gave it a shot. And look, it's important to see this wasn't an instant fix. The first night, he still woke up twice. But by night 3, it was down to just once. And then, on the 5th night, for the first time in years, he slept straight through until his alarm went off. And that was his reaction. It wasn't some miracle pill that changed his body. It was a simple change in his habits that finally allowed his body to find its natural rhythm again. Okay, and I really need to be crystal clear here. This routine is designed for when the issue is habitual. If you have a serious medical condition, a prostate issue, a kidney problem, or if you notice any sudden changes, this is not a substitute for professional medical care. Please, you have to see a doctor. So at the end of the day, what this is all really about is reframing how we think about these nightly interruptions. It's about learning to actually listen to what our bodies are trying to tell us. So let's stop thinking of it as a random annoyance we have to put up with. Instead, let's see it for what it truly is, a clear signal. Your body is communicating that something in your daily routine is out of sync. It's an invitation to make a small adjustment. And I want to leave you with this thought. Your body rarely screams at you out of nowhere. It starts with whispers. Waking up at 2 a.m. is a whisper. And the real question is, are we listening? Because if you can pay attention to these small signals, you can often restore balance long before they ever become a bigger problem.